Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Real Heroes Show. I'm Cory, and in today's video, we are, believe it or not, halfway through 2021, so I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on the state of 4K Blu-ray and the best 4K Blu-rays that have been released this year. I have 5 here that I've chosen. There are a few that I have not seen, but these ones are going to be my favorites so far, and this is not a review of these films in terms of whether or not they're my favorite movies of all time. This is strictly in terms of video and audio presentation, which Blu-rays that I've seen so far this year I thought have been the best. So to kick things off, let's get controversial. Reissue of Batman v Superman from Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers. The reason I put this on the list, yes, it got a new color grade. Apparently Zack was not very thrilled with the 4K release that came out a few years back. He went in, redid some of the color, but what he really did with this one is he had shot a handful of these scenes in the same IMAX 1.33 format that he shot the entire Justice League movie in, that is still playing on HBO Max, that's getting a release in September of this year here in the States on 4K. And it just changed the entire movie for me. A lot of the scenes in this movie, very filmic, very grainy. When it switches to those IMAX scenes, it's almost like an entirely different film. The level of detail skyrockets. You can see so much because of the taller frame that he presents. The sharpness, it was really worth getting the reissue. I know it's a little bit hard to find, but if you can find it, definitely worth checking out. It's got the same terrific, I think it's Dolby Atmos. Yeah, Dolby Atmos audio mix on here. It'll give your subwoofers a good little run through their paces, and that IMAX stuff is just absolutely killer. So, moving on to the next one, another one that you may not suspect, My Fair Lady. Very, very old film. I think this was made all the way back in 1964. The Best Picture winner from the Oscars. This movie, Audrey Hepburn, a treasure, incredible. This has one of the best restorations I have ever seen on a 4K Blu-ray disc. It is 65 millimeter film that was restored at 8K and then downsampled to 4K for the disc. It's outrageous. It looks so clean. I haven't watched the whole movie through. It is a pretty long watch, but I've spot checked a couple of scenes, and the video is just stellar. And I think it's probably one of the, if not the best examples of what this format can do for an older film. So for that reason, it is one of the top 5 so far for 2021. So third on the list, we got another oldie but a goodie. Got some Mel Brooks action, Spaceballs, brought to you by Kino Lorber Studio Classics. They did a terrific job with the transfer on this. The movie looks absolutely great. I will say there have been some complaints on the packaging for this, which is kind of weird to even say. The inside of the box has been a little bit greasy, depending on who you are and when you get your copy. But as long as you clean the disc off with a nice cloth and get it so that way there's no smudges or grease on there, it's an incredible watch. Again, not anything that's gonna rattle your house or your surround sound system. We'll get to that. That's coming. But it's really great. Another, just like My Fair Lady, a great way of showing what the 4K format can do for an older film. It can really revitalize something and make it a must-have for your collection. So Spaceballs, number 3. For number 4, I'm going to cheat, which I like to do in my top 5 videos because I can't pick just 5. This is 4 films. It's the Indiana Jones 4K set. I've only watched 2 of these so far, which if you look up here, I'll drop some cards in to the links to those reviews. I've watched Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom, and they both completely exceeded my expectations. I was thrilled with the video presentation. They look absolutely terrific. Movies from the 80s that look like they were shot last week, which is phenomenal. Also, Dolby Atmos audio, which sometimes the older movies, they either don't give it a new pass with height channel effects, or if they do, it's kind of just haphazard, and the real star of the show is the video. I would say with this, because of John Williams' score, because of some of the great action sequences, the Dolby Atmos is really fantastic. I've had a smile on my face watching these movies every time I have, and I can't wait to check out Last Crusade and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull to see if they hold up as well as the first two. So fourth one on the list is this behemoth box set, Indiana Jones. And then lastly, the only new film from 2021 that I would put on this list, I also did a review of this on the channel, is Godzilla vs. Kong. And again, you know, this might not be the greatest movie ever made. You know, it's a fun blockbuster type film. It got a nifty little HBO Max presentation. Came out day and date in theaters, same time as HBO Max, but the stream wasn't all that great. The audio was really compressed. The video left something to be desired. So I was a little bit worried about that one. And to my happiness, when I actually got the disc, popped it in, oh boy, it is reference quality all the way. It's about as good as I've seen a modern movie look in terms of video quality. And in terms of audio, it is an absolute behemoth. It will test out any part of your surround sound system, whether that's your front sound stage, your rear surrounds, your height channels. Subwoofers need to hold on to their butts, because it's coming for them. It's a great example of what a modern movie can sound like. And if you really want to wow people with how loud a movie can be and how immersive today's audio formats are, Godzilla vs. Kong should definitely be on your list. So there you have it, folks. That's my 5 favorite releases of 2021 thus far, although we're only partway through the year. I know that next week we've got Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory coming out. Mortal Kombat is releasing in July, which I'm very curious to see the difference between the HBO Max stream and the disc. Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out in September. I'm sure we'll probably get Black Widow on 4K. Later on this year, possibly Shang-Chi and the Eternals as well, depending on how long their theatrical windows are. Dune is coming out in October, so that might have a 4K release too. The original Dune, David Lynch from 1984, is also coming out on 4K. So there are a lot of titles to be on the lookout for. I think Michael Mann's Heat is coming. Just a really great list. There's a whole lot of catalog stuff that's coming. We have new movies that are finally releasing in theaters, so very excited to see how those 4K releases turn out. And I'll probably do this again at the end of the year, just to see where we're at and do a final report card on how well physical media did in the year 2021. So I would love to hear from you guys. Drop me a comment below and let me know what you thought of my list. Let me know if there were any other discs that you checked out that you thought were better than these, or if you think this is a pretty definitive set. And as always, if you'd like to support this channel, go ahead, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on those notifications so that way you never miss a new video from us. And until next time, see you guys in the next video.